What we really want to identify is, one, how can we support students so this isn't reoccurring behavior? That was our big question, is if this student is repeating, then we're not doing anything by either suspending or putting them in ISS. Two is, how do we push on the mindset of our teachers and help develop their skills to say, oh, I see that this is an issue right now. How can I support you in the classroom so we can keep learning? And so we had a huge number of referrals at the beginning of the year because teachers were just like, oh, they're not doing what I asked them to do, so they got to go. And we've shifted that culture where we get very few referrals from teachers. They're handling discipline in the room. They're able to de-escalate. They're able to use some restorative questioning to get to the root of the problem in class and get kids refocused. So it was a center both as a geographic location, but also as a culture shift in the building where most issues can be handled in the classroom. If they're not, then deeper supports can be offered here. And students want to be in class. And that's one thing that we've learned a lot is students come to school to do what they need to do, and they want to be in class and they want to have teachers and adults in the building that know how to support them. So there's a lot of different elements as we shift from you're not doing what you're supposed to do in class to how can we get you to where you deserve to be in the class, and how can we equip our adults, teachers, and students with those skills to both self-assess and I guess act in a way that allows them to continue to stay in the classroom.
Another thing that we've worked on is changing from in-school suspension to academic refocus. I think wording is very huge to our students, and in-school suspension is like an automatic disciplinary thing, and what we wanted to do is kind of shy away from the wording of that, so we wanted to make it an academic refocus because the goal of this room is to make sure when a student comes down here they're constantly learning, they're constantly doing their work. So even if they do get referred to us from a teacher, they're still coming down here and being successful and making sure that they're getting the work that they need to done for that class or getting caught up in any other subject that they need to. So I think the main focus around wording was huge for us, and we're still battling that. Like, it's hard to get away from a norm that's been called in-school suspension for so long and changing that into academic refocus. But when you hear that, it sounds so much more calming. Students are willing to talk to you and get down to that root problem instead of being so like direct and everything like that. So
we also have school security here as well. So one of the big things is security shouldn't just be seen as a literal police force in the building, but as a person or people who are supporting students. And so our security officers are here all the time talking to and working with kids. So they're seen as a support and not just an influence in the hallways.